Hey guys, Sarah here. Today I want to dive into how we got here. When you've gotten here, when you're reflecting on your life and you're wondering that question, how in the world did I get here? When here is not a place that you ever saw yourself being or ever desired to be. And you're asking, how did I get here? Wondering, where did it all go wrong? And seeing a big part of it was the pain from a really important relationship to you, whether it was one from a parent, a partner, from a child, whatever it is. But the pain began long before that relationship seemed to explode and go in a direction you never saw it going. The pain begins within. That is where we experience the connection to the pain. That's where we experience the emotion of the pain. And when we get to that place, we wonder, what's wrong? How did this happen? I don't understand. I didn't see this coming. And that is because it was a slow progression of abandonment, a slow progression of leaving ourselves. And now, when we have any experience of abandonment or being left, that same old, long, deeply rooted wound is triggered, is touched. And it does not feel good when it's touched. It causes a lot of pain. There, along the way, we lost parts of ourselves. We let parts of ourselves go. And we don't understand, how did it get to be this way? And now when someone says, just let it go, that phrase can be very triggering because that can be what you've been doing that's led to this. Because slowly, 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 we let parts of ourselves go. The parts of ourselves that we perceive as imperfect and not enough. This was this light bulb moment for me in the beginning of my journey to healing, and really turning it around and turning it inward and doing the deep, deep, deep inner work to completely transform after the second very abusive, very manipulative, very toxic relationship. When there came a point in my life where I said, I need to change. And I didn't believe that I was worthy enough of changing for myself. And so life led me down the path of having another and having someone else to put in that position and to foresee, if she was in my position, then how that would impact me, because we're very selfish. We're all selfish beings. We all turn it towards us. We all have this experience of how we're engaging with it, and it becomes this me, I, me. Like everything is about me. How would I think? How would I feel? What would I do when we get into this I, me state? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's very normal and it's a very natural, very human thing to do, a very human experience to have. And in that, we don't realize that we have been letting go or diminishing and making wrong parts of us all along. When we were a little kid and we had an experience of disappointing our parents, when we tried, or when we were just being, and it wasn't enough. And we were punished. We experienced pain for that. Go to your room. What do you think you're doing? What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? There's a comparison perhaps to another child or perhaps a sibling. And then all of a sudden we feel small, insignificant, disappointed. We feel the shame. We feel the guilt. We feel the sadness. And our heart longs to never experience that ever again because it left a mark of deep pain. So we get rid of that. Okay. I am going to leave that there. I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to be everything that is not. And then we try again. And there's this life lived where we're getting rid of that part and just continuing to work with the rest. You do that long enough, you get to a point where you feel like there's nothing left of you. And this process is completely expedited in a very toxic, manipulative, and unhealthy relationship. That is why it can feel very, very quickly and unfortunately easily that there's nothing left of you, that there's nothing good left of you, that all that is left is worthless, is disgusting, is not anything that anyone would want. It's not even anything that you want to keep. That's why you feel so disassociated, disconnected from you, and why it feels so impossible to see anything good in you. Because you've left all the good, you've given it away, you've departed from it. You gave it to that person at that time, you gave it to that person at that time, and that person at that time. You gave it to your teacher. You gave it to a parent when you wanted them to see you and be proud of you and what you've done and what you've accomplished. And then they were until they weren't. And then you felt like, okay, well, that wasn't good enough. It needs to be better next time. And this is where the codependency comes in and the fawning trauma response, where you're just a people pleaser and you're just a giver and giver and giver. And you've given the best of you away. And now you feel like there's nothing left. There sure isn't anything good left. What is left, it disgusts you, it repulses you, and you want nothing to do with it. That's why you almost want nothing to do with you. And so you want everything to do with someone else, because you still are craving that. You still have that deep and inner burning desire to have someone see in you what you can't even see in you. How is that going to work? Where has it gone? Do you believe that it's even there? Until you believe with and deeply connect with it being there, being in you, not out there somewhere, in here, that deep love and fiery passion and knowing that you're enough as you are, you're never going to experience the connection of someone else seeing it within you if you don't believe that it is. So that is the process of reestablishing and reconnecting with that truth about you. The truth about you is that you are enough. But you have this perception and this belief that you've given the best away and it's been discarded, it's been trashed, it's somewhere in the past, and I don't know how to get it back. There is a process to getting it back, and the process is in the transformation of the beliefs that you have about where it went and about who you are because of who you gave it to then. So breaking the ties, repatterning, reweaving that connection and connecting with it within you, not just seeking for it outside of you, because that's what will keep you stuck in the patterns of pain. So when you're ready to truly break free from that, let's connect. You can find more information in the description below this video. Until next time, sending you love. Bye for now.